What's going on, YouTube? Hayden Maxfield's here, and I'm back at it again. Now, today my channel is going to take a small detour. Recently, about, I want to say close to 2 months or 3 months ago, I bought a 2012 Dodge Avenger SE with a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. And today, I don't have the vehicle with me right now. It's currently down to Great Barrington, getting some work done on it from a good friend of mine. But, nevertheless, I'm going to try to give you guys a full, in-depth review from my perspective as being an owner of the 2.4 Mopar engine. Pros and cons with it, as well as some basic upgrades that I put on the car that I've noticed some slight or significant changes. Getting into the engine specs, obviously it's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine made directly by Dodge, which inevitably, layman's terms, is a Mopar product. Base, it does, I believe, 225 to 230 horsepower and a little over 260 as far as torque. I'm not 100% sure on those. Those were just some ballpark specs that the last time I did a review on that I, knew of. Now the 2.4 comes stock, with an automatic transmission, and I think it's 23 to 25 miles per gallon city and yada yada yada. My Dodge that I have does get very good gas mileage. I can't really complain. It's got 109,000 miles on it for a 2012, and it's actually doing fairly well, in my opinion. Now, being that Dodge is 85 to 90% of performance vehicles, such as their Challengers, their Chargers, their SRTs, their Hellcat Demons, and all that stuff, I found that with the Dodge Avengers in particular, that just with the 2.4 liters, they are kind of on the sportier side of the Dodge lineup. Now, I know Dodge discontinued the Avengers, or that's what I think they did. I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe they did. I'll have to look into that and talk to a good buddy of mine who works for Dodge. But anyway, the Avenger that I have, what I ended up doing with it is I just completely annihilated the factory intake and got rid of it, because everybody who has a Dodge with a 2.4 knows that the plastic retaining clips that are on the air filter box, they break like a toothpick. You put any pressure on them, they snap, they break. It's a nightmare. So I just said, you know what, to save myself money and to save myself a freaking big headache, I just yanked it out and put in a Spectre ram filter on it and zip tied that little air intake sensor thingy, whatever it is, that's on the factory air box, and I zip tied that up out of the way. It runs perfectly fine. There is no codes with it. It doesn't stutter or anything. I actually personally found that with that short ram filter on it, it does seem to have a bit more snot behind it as far as like get up and go power. Now, me being the crazy little mechanic that I am who lives, as I'm a country boy, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am planning on putting in a Stage 2 43mm turbo on that car. Probably within the next month or so. That is definitely going to happen. I got big plans for this car. I obviously, like I said, I don't have the car with me right now, but front and rear windows are currently tinted. I did 35% in the front, 20 in the rear. I haven't attempted the back window yet, but if I do, or if I ever get around to it, because I work 6 days a week now, 40 plus hours a week, it's barely have enough time for myself. But all said and done, I should be doing a 20% back glass window as well. I did black out my rims. I know you guys are probably like, oh, you really like the chrome rims, and I did love the chrome rims. It's just the way that I did the black, it makes the car really, really look badass. The grille is also blacked out. I didn't do any clear coat or anything on that. It's just a semi-gloss, kind of faded, dried, dark black. Like I said, the Stage 2 T3 43mm turbo is the next biggest step. I have thought long and hard about putting either a MagnaFlow or a Flowmaster on, a catback system on that car. Haven't really decided, considering that they're like anywhere from $300 to as much as $700 for the style I want, which is the dual chrome tip exit on either side of the vehicle, plus the catback system itself. Anyway, basic performance, like I said, the car, perfect on gas. I can go a full week or more, depending on if I want to race anybody, or them, typical Prius lovers who are like, oh my god, I'm going to do the speed limit. Yeah, no, I'm going to blow by you with fury and rage and my foot to the floor, and you're going to be eating my rubber when I shred it down the road. But anyway, it fires right up. I do have an aftermarket radio in there. It is a dual X DVD 176 Bluetooth, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But it's basically a double DIN 6.5-inch LED touchscreen. And yes, I am going to be putting subwoofers in there in due time. It's just I haven't done my fair share of research whether I should go Pioneer, Dual, Kenwood, Pile, Terminators, MXTs, MTKs, MTX, something like that. I can't quite remember. But if you guys have any suggestions on the subwoofers that I should put into that car, and they're reasonably cheap because I want to put two 12s at least in the back, in the trunk, leave that in the comments below. That would be a big help. But as far as performance goes, there are millions of different things that you can do with the Avengers to make them go fast. And one of them that I would personally recommend the minute you were to even get an Avenger, rip the factory box out of it. Just get it out of the way. Put a whole Spectre, K&N, whatever you can afford, put it in there. And it doesn't have to be 100% custom, as long as you just put something different other than the factory box, you should be good. And believe me, if once I get the car home, or once the car gets home, I will definitely upload another video for you guys as to how I did the process of removing it. Obviously I'll take all my factory baloney and I'll show you guys as to how I did it. Very simple, very basic. You only need an 8mm socket with a long extension and a 3/8 drive, a flathead screwdriver, and one single zip tie, and that's pretty much it. It's that easy. You got two 8mm bolts that are on the frame. And a 10mm bolt. See, now that I'm running through it, I can actually get it down. But like I said, when I get the car back home, I will definitely upload that video for you guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you are stopping by for the first time, please subscribe and like this video. Take care and have a wonderful day.